Good morning, everyone. Hello. Just plugging in, getting set up here. A whole different background. Look at this. Hey, Dave, you're somewhere. Good morning. Hi, Julie. Hi, Debbie. Again, sorry. All right. I need to get my other glasses on. Sorry. I'm here because, well, this is actually where I go live. Normally Monday nights at my desk right here. And I've got my my little mini greenhouse there. So I wanted to be right here. So I know it's like blue light and different things like that. But you see my aloe plant from yesterday, one of them I've got right here. So normally, now this is an east window. So normally I have that open and you get all the sun in here and stuff. But right now that would not be good for for going live and for visuals. So but welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome. So glad that you made it and that you're here. For those of you who are new, I'm Kathy at Northstar Prepsteader. I'm in West Central Minnesota, and right now I'm doing lives Monday nights and then Tuesday through Friday mornings at 10 o'clock. So Monday nights at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I'm doing this because my camera is broken right now, and it's going to be a little while before it comes in. So anyway, I've got kind of a rig going here, but we are going to be planting my garden today with the things that I've already started, as well as all my seeds and things like that. So good morning, Connie. How are you? Welcome to you. So I was just working on, so I've got my graph paper, and I was just working on where my beds are and everything. So that's the one thing about having raised beds. Good morning, Lori. Good morning. Having raised beds, it's like they're stationary. I can just plan what I want here, and you know, I don't have to either retill or excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh, okay. Good morning, Connie and Linda. Good morning. So anyway, I don't have to be reconfiguring, like, you know, 1,200 square foot piece that I used to do all the time. So thank you. 46 there. What was it when I got up? 45. It's supposed to be close to 70 today, so, and sunny. So after this, I have meetings, and hopefully I can get back outside, or yeah, get outside this afternoon, which I really, really want to do. But anyway, so what I've started doing is marking out where my beds are. I didn't get to finish right before I did that, so I'm going to continue on with this. So what I did is, for every square, it's like 6 inches. So I know what size my beds are and the spaces between them. So I'm just drawing those out and using a ruler so it can be kind of a little bit even in that way. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 3 beds that are 4 by 6. And so you guys, you know, I really don't have all that much actual square footage for growing space. I think it's maybe 150, 160 square feet, which isn't that much. But what I do is I just grow and I utilize that space as best I can. Good morning, Christy. How are you doing? Have you been surviving all the storms? I remember that you're in Alabama, but I just, you know, have been concerned about you. I want to make sure that things are okay. So 1, 2, 3. So I need to finish this up, but okay, so I've got, this is the north side. So I'll put a north, west. Give you guys an idea here. East, south. Okay. Oops. So we have north, south, and then east and west. And so along here were the new beds that I planted, or that I put in, and they're 1 by 8, or 8 feet long, 1 foot wide. I think maybe they're 15 inches. They might be more, 15 inches. So these are the new ones that I put in. Now last year, what's this up? Last year I had container plants all in this area. They just didn't do well, but I really liked having the extra space, kind of overflow from my regular beds, and putting in there. So, oh, that's good, Chrissy. I'm so glad. Hey, Lone Heron, good morning to you. You know what? To me, that's a whole new term, and it's kind of like a new thing. I've done a number of different gardening layouts and plans. I've done just straight in ground. Then for quite a few years, I did, probably almost 20 years. I did, I would, excuse me, but I would till everything, and just once though through the year, just to get things ground up. And I wanted to actually do a video on this when I've got my camera back, but I would make the raised mounds, I guess you could say, raised rows, and then I can have my walking paths in between. But I did raised rows, and those were probably 2 to 3 feet wide, something like that, I think. I can't remember, it's been a while since I've done them, but those were very, very effective, and I really, really like that. But in everything that I've grown, I do not square foot, what I call it. I mean, kind of like the older term was broadcast planting. So let's take my beans, for example. Beans need to be planted 6 feet or 6 inches apart. So I would, let's say this is my my planter, and I would, just kind of go all over the place. And so everything was 6 inches, but it was 6 inches in every direction. So I would fill my my bed with that. And instead of doing rows or anything, square foot, I know they're taking a foot and then putting so many in that, and then going to your next square foot, putting so many in that. It's probably basically the same thing, but it's far less calculating, maybe, and rigid in that way. I've got, I mean, these are 4 by 6 beds, so they're, it's 24 square feet. So I just put in there whatever I can. So yes, I find the raised beds much easier. Raised rows are wonderful, and they're really good, but they do take more work. Just because, well, first of all, they're lower to the ground. They're, you're still dealing with weeds and everything in between time. Oh, well, thanks, Cara, for coming. I really appreciate that. Hello. So I have to do that. I mean, it's like, okay, because I can make my plan, and then by the time I get out and plant everything, I forget where everything has to go. So, but raised beds are so much easier. You can use whatever you want in your paths to keep the weeds down, rock, wood chips, ground cover, whatever you need in there. So you don't have to worry about weeding around. So not only are your beds higher, which as you get older, it's easier to deal with things, but it's, I can plant more condensed within each bed and everything, so that there's fewer weeds that actually end up growing up. And so, and then as you're going through your beds and stuff, as you see the weeds coming, you can just pull them really easily. But and I think last year I calculated it in the beds that I had. I got over $1,000 worth of groceries out of there, and it was at that point like 125 square feet. So when you look at that, you have a bed that's essentially 10 by 12 that's filled with stuff, and you get that many groceries out. I mean, if you guys were on my pantry tour yesterday, you saw how many things I got out of there. And like all my green beans, that was out of just 4 by 6 foot bed, just one bed. And the tomatoes, all the jars of tomatoes, because I was down to nothing. So all of those were from last year, and that was one bed that was 3 by 6 feet. So you can do a lot in a small space, and especially as a more senior person, you can, when you don't have the ability to tend a half an acre garden or something like that, you can still get a lot of food out of there. So thanks, Julie. So you raise beds? Yeah, I do have a little mantis tiller. It's not working right now, but so I would like get into the beds and turn it over. But I've just found that just getting in there with a shovel or a fork and just turning them over and different things like that. So thanks, Debbie. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it is. And that's the thing that I'm learning, Connie. I mean, I've never heard of no-till before this year. So there are a lot of new things that I'm still learning and still trying out. So so we're getting there. All right. Draw a couple more beds here, and then I'll show you what is already established and then what needs to go in. So 1, 2, 3. You guys should, oh my goodness, Julie, your beds are just looking fantastic. They look so great. All right, what do we have here? Oh, I forgot I had that bed too. Go this way. See, if like my garden plan last year, I had my camera like overhead, and so I was writing on the table, and you guys could see immediately. I just don't have that ability right now, so just please bear with me here, and we'll get this all done. Just maybe use a kind of approximate. 2, 1, 2. All right, so I have a total of 12 beds. All right, so the house is like down here. Thanks to you, Connie, so thanks so much. And then this is my gate, my brand new gate I got last summer, Prepsteader bought built. Then I've got, again, 3 that are 4 by 6, and 3 beds that are 3 by 6. Then I've got like a 1 by 4 here, a 1 by 4, a 2 by 2, and then this is my herb box that's actually divided into 5 sections, I think it is. So anyway, right now, things that are taken up that I cannot transfer at this point Okay, what do I have here? Peppermint. Okay, so these are already established that I can't transplant at this point. It's my comfrey plant. And hi, Jake. Good morning to you. Grampy Campy, hello. Thanks for coming in. Michigan Daffodil, hi. It's been a while since I've seen you. Good morning. So I've got my comfrey here, my strawberry bed right here, and then these are where I have my herbs. They're kind of in the back of my garden. So looking at this way, you're coming into the garden, going into the back. So I have peppermint and oregano, and then I have space for three more permanent ones or putting in some annuals. Last year I had annuals in there. I had parsley here, which may end up coming up because that's right, parsley is a biannual. So that can actually go 2 years. So we'll see if that comes up or not. But anyway, so I have space for a few more herbs right there. The new ones that I built, again, were these three. And they're three different sections just because they're so heavy. I didn't want to have one long bed. Also because there is a slight slope. So you come in here and this is like the high end, and so it kind of slopes down. So each of these beds are kind of tiered a little bit because it goes down that way. So I didn't want these sitting at a slant. So you've got one that's here, then this one, and then that one. So they're kind of tiered in a way. All right. So normally these little inside plants, I usually put like spinach and green onions or bunching onions, different things like that. Just because of the space is kind of nice for that. Oh, that's so cool, Connie, all the mushrooms. What size are the bigger ones? Oh, it's buffering on your end. These are 4 feet by 6 feet. Oh, Gil, you're getting some storms in. Okay, I wonder if we're going to be getting them. Not supposed to have anything in the forecast till the beginning of next week. So, but you know what, Michigan Daffodil, I actually am going to be digging up some some that freeloaded over in the neighbor's property here, and it's growing up there, and I need to dig that up for someone else. So if you email me your name and address, I can, when I dig that up, I'll dig up a root for you too. And unless you know somebody in your area who's got a root. Connie, you need comfrey too? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a comfrey business going here. Yeah, because I had to reduce it down last fall, and so I cut out a bunch, and I didn't know that all these people needed it, and it was like, so, all right. So, I'm probably going to do. Now I've got started tomatoes, peppers, borage, and onions, marigolds, some Kajari melon. I'm gonna try. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try. And then a bunch of herbs and some other flowers. And I've got those already started here. And the onions, this is the first year I'm doing onions from seed. Usually I get the sets, and then I'll do a whole thing. Okay. Now, last year I had green beans here and peppers and carrots here and onions here. So I like to rotate things around if I'm able to. So I've been thinking about doing this is where I need a pencil here. So we have green beans, peppers and carrots, and onions. So I wanted to do, where did I want to go here? I think I want to do green beans here. And the peppers down here. Actually, I think I might do a couple peppers here because I've got like 4 or 5 different kinds of peppers. I do have some banana peppers. I've got 3 different bell peppers. I've got my thing turned around so I can't see my markers. But anyway, so once I get to them and get planting them, I might just like, I might put one here, just kind of scatter them around a little bit. Okay, well, thanks, Michigan Daffodil. Yeah, especially the shipping would really help. Yeah, it's most definitely. Hi, Casey. Did I miss some things here? Gil just saying hi to everybody. Yeah, it's absolutely Chrissy, little at a time. Absolutely. I know Connie, they just look so good, don't they? Hi, Growing Green Mom. Good morning to you. Yeah, in Michigan Daffodil, wherever you want to get them from, that's fine. But yeah, all you need is some root pieces. I just plant them and water them, and they'll grow. So, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Casey, so yes, Julie was born in Michigan. So, hi, Cecilia, no problem. Who else do we have? Okay, so just hellos. Then I'm going to do. And I'm trying to think also where I had them the year before. One of the things is like my peppers really got annihilated by pests last year. And so I don't want to put them in the same spot in case there are pests still in that bed or in that dirt or anything like that. So rotating them around can help to keep that down. Hi, Johnny. How are you doing? Good morning to you. Yeah, Going Green Mom, if you want to do it, that's up to you. Will you guys work that out where you'd like to do that? Oops. Oh, thanks, Grampy Campy. The tree, I know, is so cool. It's called a Tree of Life, and it's made out of metal, and it's actually designed by a military vet. And he started a business that he does all kinds of beautiful things. And if anybody's interested, I'll try to figure out who he was again. But anyway, I think he had been advertising on Facebook and did all kinds of different things. And I just love this Tree of Life. That's what it's called, the Tree of Life. And he's a Christian vet, and it's like, he just does amazing work. And so I just wanted to support him. And yes, it's my painting. I've got another one here. For those of you who didn't see it before, that one's called a master's study. So got that and a couple other paintings. Someday I'll take you on a gallery walk. The thing is, most of my paintings are hanging in my bedroom, and so it's kind of like weird to do a live in my bedroom. It's like I don't want to do that. So ooh, Dave, you have to let us know how that works out. Oh my goodness. Michigan Daffodil, I grow. I have peppermint. The reason, and I've done spearmint before, and it has grown fine. But at this point, I'm just going to stick with the peppermint. Now, If I can get a hold of lemon mint or even a chocolate mint, I would be definitely open to planting those somewhere in my yard. But so far, I haven't found those seeds available yet. Um, yes, hope you're videoing that, Dave. That would be great. Yes, I paint. These are oil paintings. So I do oil, watercolor, acrylic, although I don't have that many acrylic paints, but it's mostly oil and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I don't want to do so much more of that, but work just kind of gets in the way there. So, um, yeah, I think experiment might be harder to nail. Um, the bugs are loving it. Oh, like good bugs or the destructive bugs, Julie? So, oh, Cecilia, I do have peppermint. I've got a really good established one in my herb box here, and that's the peppermint. And this is oregano, and I'm growing some more peppermint. I think I'm trying. What do we have here? Trying 6 more plants, but I don't see them coming up yet. They always take a while to start. Yes, mint does help keep definitely rabbits away. So thanks, Lone Heron. Oh, that's so great. Good morning, Sweet Pea Farm. Oh, thank you. Um, you know, it's a struggle for me to paint really loose and just to be. I've done a few pieces like that, and I need to work at that. But I tend to be very precise and want it to look like a photograph when I'm done with it, which it's good and everything. I'm just a very realistic painter. I'm not an abstract type of person in that way. But anyway, it's there's Michigan daffodil. Oh, hey Scott, hello. Mint is very, very invasive, so you want to plant it in something. If you don't want it taking over your entire yard or garden, plant it in a container, or make a box or whatever. But make sure that it's deep enough. At least I would say at least 2 feet going down. Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting your oregano. I haven't. You guys have been so busy with some of this other stuff. I have not been able to get out and check everything. I need to uncover my strawberries. They're all covered with straw right now, so I need to spread those out and let those start popping up because the weather has been decent. Oh, oh dear. Okay, so I've got the strawberries. I've got onions. I can't read backwards. Green beans and peppers. Along here, I'm also going to put, because I have a fence right behind here, I'm going to plant some peas right along the very edge of these so they can hit the fence. I have a few sunflowers that I'm going to put in here. So these beds are kind of going to be just kind of a mishmash of different things that are going on in there. And all of those will be just from seed. I don't have the plant started there. The borage will be in with tomatoes, and where are we here? Date. I am actually going to I think for now I'm going to do 2 things of tomatoes. You're welcome. You're welcome, Michigan Conductor. Appreciate that. You could even strawberries in Southwest Tennessee. Oh, nice. Oh, blueberries. Hey. We have an early spring actually going on, but I'm still like hesitant to get anything out there because we just don't know what's going to happen. So, all right. So I'm going to put I probably won't put them as close together, but like all my big tomatoes, I have delicious tomatoes and some beef steaks. Last year I was able to get 18 plants in a 3 by 6 foot bed. And I just did the vertical growing, I put 6 foot stakes in there and just kept them going vertically, trimming back leaves that weren't necessary, and I got a lot of tomatoes out of that. Well, you saw all my tomato sauce last week, or yesterday, when I brought you through. Was that yesterday? No, that was, when did I do that? Today's Thursday. It was Tuesday. It was a pantry tour. Oh, these days. So I am going to do like my delicious, my beef steaks, all that kind of stuff here. And then here I am going to, I've got some of the atomic grape tomatoes going, and so I'm going to plant those over here. Your moringa didn't make it. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, okay, Jake. No problem. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate that. Yeah, how are you with his earthling? It's like, going green, Mom. Yeah, I'm in zone 3 actually here, West Central Minnesota. So yeah, just an hour down the road, they're in zone 4. So it's I'm just kind of in a pocket that comes from North Dakota and which comes from Canada, and so it just kind of comes in and it gets cold. All right, so here I'm gonna do peas. I'm not gonna do a lot of sunflowers. I'm gonna do maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that, but just to have a little bit of fun in there and just collect some sunflower seeds. And I don't know. I'm gonna intersperse some. Oh, thanks, Lori, for coming. I appreciate it. Yeah, the grape tomatoes, I'm gonna actually dehydrate those to have them as snacks. So that's where I'm thinking if I have a bed of those, and I might need to start some more. There's 6 plants. I thought 6 plants would be enough, but I might just do a few more. A new story out of Minnesota. Oh my goodness. She didn't keep her distance, right, Dave? Oh goodness sakes, that's funny. Laying 15-inch irrigation pipe. You had just been crazy busy out there, Gil. You're doing it. Blue Lake green beans, is that a bush bean? So I just do bush beans, and so I do them 6 inches apart. That's where I plant them, and so I can get like 100 plants or so, between 75 and 100 plants in one bed. And I'm going to try to get them going. Well, actually, this year I want to do 2 plantings of them. So as soon as they are done producing around the middle of July, because I have, let me see. Oops. Sorry, Ello. I have, you guys, I'm loving this case here. This is a photograph case, and it has these little cartridges in here, and so I'm just keeping my seeds in there. I have early contender bush beans, and the days to maturity are 49 days. So if I plant by the end of May, these will be already producing by the middle of July. So they'll run 2 to 3 weeks, and then I can get another planting going and still be able to harvest again before the end of September, when now the light and everything will be going down. But thinking, where do I have green beans? Yeah, I will still get plenty of And that's another thing that I have to figure out where things are going, is if there's any shade, there's things like that going on here. So other bush beans, yeah, you can do them 6 inches apart. And so I've got 2 or 3 packs. 2 packs of these, and then I also got a pack of these Dragon Time beans. So I thought that'd be kind of fun to do. So these, I don't know if I'm going to save them to can them, you know, just pick them raw, or I might do both. And this year I really want to work on saving seeds. So that's another thing I want to do with part of my green beans is, especially with the second planting, just let them go and not, or at least a few plants. It doesn't take many plants to get seeds. It really doesn't. So like beans, you could probably save maybe 6 plants with some really nice beans on it and have enough to grow for next year. What do we have here? The contender bush. Oh, good for you. I love these beans. I love the contender beans. I don't know. It's just they grow well. They produce well. They're fairly disease resistant. They can up very nicely. They're prolific. They're just, you know, I've always had really good luck with them. I've tried others, and I keep coming back to them. So that's the other thing, guys. You know, it's like, yeah, it's so nice to try other things, but if you find something that really, really works for your soil, for your climate, and all that kind of stuff, plus your needs, you know, your personal needs in the way of what you eat, your time that you have available for you to do what works best for you. So what else do we have here? Okay, great. I know, these just look so fun. And it's like, I'm wondering if anybody has canned these, do they retain their color when they can? Because I know like purple beans will actually turn green when you can them. Yellow beans will stay yellow, but I'm just wondering if these will stay their color when I can them. So anyway, I'm going to be doing the beans and rotating them through. I don't want to plant them, you know, at the same time next to each other because they can cross-pollinate in that way. Oh, good, Chrissy. That's so great. Thanks, Debbie. That's awesome. Yeah, that was Dragon Tongue. So, hey, Kevin. Hello. Good morning to you. It's been a while since I've seen you on here, but thanks for coming. You have 11 giant pumpkins, 28 tomatoes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Dragon Tongue. Okay, great. So then in the middle here, I'm probably just going to do again like spinach, green onions, bunching onions, that type of thing. Now my borage, I will plant all throughout the tomatoes. That worked great last year. It was the first time I did that, and it was fantastic. Borage is it's a flowering plant, but it's a great companion for tomatoes. I tell you what, I had bumblebees around it all summer long. They loved it. They just absolutely loved it. And it kept away some nasty pests. That was the only bed I didn't have slugs in. So I'm just hoping that that'll keep up in that way. Anyway, so then throughout this other bed, I'm just going to, like I said, just kind of scatter in and out things. Probably put the Kajari melons in here too, so that once the peas are done, the Kajari can actually use the fence that's going up there. What else do I have here? There's peppers, onions. I have marigolds that I'll probably scatter around. Now all of my my herbs, I've got new ones I'm starting. So more the peppermint and some of these others I'm going to be able to plant outside of the garden because the rabbits don't like those. So I can actually be able to do that. They turn green when cooked too. Okay. Okay, well, if they turn green when cooked, they'll do the same. So are these then just, they're not like a bean that you can actually dry and then eat the dried beans? So I'm wondering, Debbie, Howie was telling me that using wood ash really helps. If you put that in the soil or kind of sprinkle it around the top, the wood ash will get rid of your slugs. So I'm going to try to burn up some wood outside here and get some ash going because I don't have a wood burning stove. But okay, that's what it does, Gil. Thank you. Keeps the hornworms away. Yes, I did not have a single problem with the hornworms in my tomatoes. So in my tomato beds, I'm actually going to be doing that. And then I'm just going to, take a little section here and do some lettuce there, maybe some lettuce over here, and then, like I said, some spinach. And spinach will only last so long, and then once the weather gets hot, it doesn't like it, and the lettuce doesn't like the hot weather either. But then I can, once I pull those out, I can plant something else. Maybe I can put more beans in these areas. So I'm just going to kind of rotate it around, but I needed to get a basic plan going here of what I needed where. So I've got these extra things for herbs. The new herbs I did, I have anise and chamomile and mullein. Does anybody know if rabbits eat mullein? Because I want to grow my own mullein. Okay, so you just ate the Dragonstein's green beans. Well, that's good to know. They're just fun to see then. You pick them and then they just all turn all green again. Oh, that's cute. Your son decided to do the flowers. Oh, that's nice. Velvet Queen Autumn Beauty. Awesome. Okay. Am I going to do more herbs in the garden? Yes, that's where I have anise and chamomile. What else do I have? Sage. So maybe those will go in the other boxes. My sage, anise, and chamomile. I could put some chamomile scattered through here too. But the peppermint, because I have one established here and I'm growing some more, I want to get those established in the beds south of my house that the rabbits always eat. So if they don't like those, I can keep them away. How warm do I get in the summer? We can easily hit 100 degrees, 100 to 105 for a couple weeks even. Because we have an early spring this year, I'm feeling that we're going to have a hot summer. Yeah, I didn't have that much luck growing my nasturtiums last year, but I do have marigolds. I've got about 18 marigold plants growing here, so I'll scatter those around the garden too. Last year I had just like bunches of them there, and they just took over everything. So I think this year I'm just going to scatter them around. And different things. Okay, the last thing I want to get your opinion on. Oops. I'm going to cover on my marker. It's going to go dry. Here at the gate, so if you guys have seen pictures of it, it's like an arbor, right? It's a big square arbor there, and it's beautiful. And what I wanted to do, because it's kind of, oh, this is really interesting, guys. Drawing backwards in a video. Okay, so the arbor comes up like this, and what I want to do is you made a tincture of mullein and plantain. Oh, well, that would be good. Yeah, I've been using mullein. Like I have my tea here, and this peppermint and mullein and sage, and I used up the peppermint that I grew last year, and still had to buy some more, but and I just get it, the leaves, but I did have to buy the mullein and I had to buy the sage. So that's why I'm trying to grow it out so I can get my own supply. Oh, thank you. That's true. Now, and where the tomatoes are, they do get some afternoon shade, which is really, really helpful because that would be the really intense part. So they're getting the sun, and yet they're getting some relief from our hot afternoon sun. The an afternoon, I'm talking like 3 o'clock on or something like that, not noon, so that they can have a little bit of a break in that way. And they just did really, really well last year. Well, Cecilia, I don't have to worry about that. I'm way past that point. But that I didn't know in a way of people eating it. So that would be good for anybody young here. So that's great. Okay. So what I want to do on the arbor is build little box right in here on either side and plant something that can go up over the arbor. I do have some pole beans here. I've got some other things that can grow up, but I really, reviewing and going through my my storage and stuff, I don't know that I need to grow like pole beans because I'm already going to be doing, all the 2 rounds of beans already, and I'm going to have more beans than what I need to have. Also, pole beans here take a really long time, and they're only starting to produce just like it's September or something. So, yeah, I don't want to do loofahs. I've thought about clematis. Morning glories, I've heard are really invasive, but I'm not sure. So, noodle beans. Oh, what if I put my Kajari melons there? Would that work? Now that's an idea. I could have my Kajari melons growing up there. I have to research and figuring out how they do. I tell you what, you guys, they're growing so fast. Let me see if I can get you over here. These tall ones on the end there, those are the Kajaris. And then my onions are growing, and these have only been going for 7 or 8 days. And then up there, my borage is towards the wall. Tomatoes and peppers. So yeah, in just a little over a week, things have been growing really, really fast here. So you're no longer a family member. You're no longer a family member from me. You didn't know I was doing live streams. Oh, Grandpa Campy, I didn't know that you weren't. Are you saying that you weren't getting notices? Morning glories are very bad. Okay, that is what I've heard. I mean, they're pretty, but I've heard that they're not bad. So, good morning, country homestead preacher. Hi. Yes, that I know I would need to do. So I have 2 possibilities with that. I could put them against the fence, but that might be interfering with by the time the peas are growing, because these things are growing fast. Oh, okay, Grandpa Campy. Thanks. I'm glad that you're here now. Bye, Sweet Pea Farm, if I missed you. Sorry about that. All right. Oh my goodness, 10:02 already. Okay, guys, I have to run. I've got a meeting in 2 hours that I have to totally get ready for. And I appreciate you coming along with me, giving me some tips and advice, and it's been really, really fun. So I'm sorry if I missed some of your comments here. Rabbits don't bother your mullein? Okay, that's good to know. Italian beans. Yep, I used beer last year, and it got a few of them, but they were multiplying faster than I could get rid of them. So they're really bad. I do have nasturtium seeds left from last year, so maybe I will try doing that. So all right. Morning Glory, from what I understand, isn't it that the root systems just go down and invade everything? And I think that's what happens. So, all right. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but we'll have a good time. So thanks, guys, so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And you guys just take care. Have a great day. We just have sunshine, and it's just so beautiful out there right now. So you guys take care. God bless. Always have hope. Bye-bye.